should never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, you start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
أهلا، أنا عمران دقنيش. لقد رأيتني في سيارة الإسعاف في حلب. عندما أطاحت الطيارات الجوية بمنزل عائلتي. أنا بأمان الآن. أردت أن أجيب على تساؤل شخص ما حول مشاعري عن نفسي وعن عائلتي عن طريق قول: أنا بخير وأنا أحبك أيضا يا ديفيد.
I have had some flying experience as a bomber pilot during the war, and since the war have operated my own private airplane. In 1963, the month of October, upon returning from a business trip, I was approximately 20 to 25 miles south of Calgary and approaching the airport on a northerly heading when I noticed in the northwest area at an altitude of approximately 5,000 to 5,500 feet, a machine that was stationary appeared to be within a wispy type of cloud. I was quite surprised. I had heard of flying saucers, although I had never believed there were such things, so I set course to this object. Upon heading in that direction, after a few seconds, the object moved in a south direction, maintaining the same altitude. It appeared to be saucer-shaped, actually two saucers, one inverted, one upright. There was on the upper portion of the upper saucer, the inverted saucer, appeared to be windows circling the upper part of the inverted saucer. Also, there was this wispy cloud. Maybe I should describe it as being misty. But as mentioned before, as I approached, it moved and quickly accelerated to what I would estimate 500 to 700 miles per hour. It left me sitting. Clouds don't move more than, shall we say, 100 miles an hour. With this knowledge, I then contacted the Calgary Tower and advised that I had sighted a flying saucer. Whether this was recorded or not, I don't know.
At 6:45 p.m. on the 26th of June 1959, and I looked up towards the west, and there I saw, at an angle of about 45 degrees, this huge light. I said, will you go and tell the teacher, Stephen Moy, who was the person who had reported this other sighting, tell him to come along quickly and see if this is the thing he saw the other night. Well, he came along very, very quickly, and then Eric went along and he collected as many people as he could, and we all stood and gazed at it. And as it came closer, it was not so bright. It was orange, and then it turned to a deep yellow, and until we could see the exact outline of it. At 6:55, I sent Eric to call all the people. And then, whilst Eric was away, we watched one person on the top, or one thing, move on the top. And then there were three men moving, and they were all glowing, and they were doing something on the deck. There was the man, and then there was seemed to be a separation between him and the glow. The same with the ship. There was the outline of the ship. Then it seemed to be separated, a fraction, and then this, what seemed to be sparkling glow, static, not static, but moving, sparkling glow all around it, following the contours of the men and the ship. Then they disappeared, and at 7 o'clock, men number 1 and 2 again. 7:04, gone again. 7:10, men 1, 3, 4, 2 appeared in that order. Then, for the first time, we noticed a shaft of light coming from the top of the saucer. 7:12, men 1 and 2 appeared, blue light. 7:20, spotlight off, men go. 7:20, UFO goes through the cloud, right through. At 8:28, UFO seen by me now overhead I called the station people a second time that night. Then came the next night, a large UFO first sighted by one of the nurses at the hospital at 6 p.m. Somewhere between 300 and 500 feet. It was not dark. It was not dark, it was dusk, and we could see it quite clearly. It was still bright and sparkling, but it seemed very near and clear. And there was this figure again on the on the decking, that I call it, at the top. And it was the teacher who said, "I wonder if they'll come and land on the playing field." I said, "Why not?" And so he waved like that. He said, "Hello." And to his surprise and ours, the thing waved back. And then Eric, who was with me, my constant companion over those few weeks, he waved his two arms along with another lad, and then the figures waved two arms back. And so that, of course, was convincing that at least if not human, at least human-like, and that there was some sort of recognition as we interpreted it. I'm often asked wherever I travel these days, am I the bloke what saw men waving from a spaceship? And I say, yes, I am the man what saw men waving.
I'd like to talk with you about a special little boy who lives in Aleppo, Syria. His name is Amran Daknish. He and his family were injured during airstrikes in Aleppo during the summer of 2016. Everyone in the world saw him, and even the presidential candidates discussed him. I am asking you to remember him and his family. They should never have had to endure this. No one should. He is safe today with his family, but millions of other children are still suffering in the world today. Remember Allah. Remember his people. Remember Allah.
I'm going to sing a song about a square, and I want you to look all around your room for one. But remember, a square has 4 straight sides, and each side is just as long as the other, and it has 4 corners that are the same size. One, 2, 3, 4. There's a square out there. Can you guess the square? Do you think that you can find it? You must be aware of the shape of a square if you really want to find it. So look with care for the shape of a square.
You can come and play now. You can come and play now. Come into the door. رمضان دقنيش.
قديش عمرك؟
4 سنين.